Hey Leos, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Lisa here. All right. Welcome to your mid-month reading for August. All right, so let's get started. I lit up the incense, and it did a weird double flame here. I'm like, oh gosh, here we are. Some of you guys have met your twin flame, right? And before I get into reading, I'm not going to go in depth with that because I know that there's a whole theory and a whole hoopla around whether they exist or not. But I think it's getting a bad rap because once people recognize, first of all, I'm assuming that this reading is just going to be for people who have experienced this already, who've met this twin flame and they're going through it. If you feel like a strong spiritual connection, you guys have a telepathic connection, all that good stuff, right? I'm sure there are other signs. You can go look that up on YouTube. The thing about the whole twin flame thing, it allowed people to, it gave people an excuse to enable ishy behavior. That's not an excuse to do that. I'm getting the energy of some people who have this twin flame. You guys, you fight, you love, you fight, you love. It's up and down. It's not meant for you to hold on to throughout the whole lifetime, okay? What's supposed to happen is, at some point, there's supposed to be a separation where you guys go back to your corner. You go and date other people because you guys are not spiritually and emotionally there yet to handle such a connection. So you have to go and learn some lessons with other people and then come back later. All right? Some people could go off and have soulmates and actually get married. Who knows, you know? But that's the nature of the twin flame connection. All right? So just be mindful of that. I think we can end the reading there, but let's continue. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Leo Collective need to know? Express your joy. Do you. Do you. As I mentioned, like, some of you guys need to go back into your corner, go date around and enjoy life, and not waiting and not dealing with this toxic energy. Just because it's a twin flame, it doesn't mean it's not toxic. It might not be the right time for a union, okay? It's not as soon as you meet them. When you meet them, that's just the beginning of the journey. It's a whole roller coaster. All right. So if you're just meeting them, just know that you're going to have to leave at some point and go off and probably hate them for a little bit, you know, whatever the case is, but you're going to have to go off and have your own experiences. Both of you guys are going to have to. There is a level of addiction here. There's a level of codependency here, and it needs to be, it's something about the toxicity that might be addictive. You know, I'm thinking about relationships where there's a whole lot of arguing just to have like great makeup sex, you know, that type of thing. Not saying that you guys are, but it's that level of toxicity where it's very fiery, very high octane energy, and it's just not healthy, but it's exciting, right? So some people get addicted to that level of excitement instead of like having like a peaceful, calm, soul nourishing love. You know, some people get excited excited by the drama of that type of toxic, topsy-turvy type of love. There's a need to understand that and address that. That's what's happening. All right. You have to think things through. Figure out what it is that you actually want right now. If you have a twin flame, they might not be able to give that to you right now. They can't. That's what's happening right now. They can't give you what you want right now. All right, so there's a need to actually come to terms with that and understand why it is that you're still holding on to the connection outside of it being that spiritually and that strong. Understand that you can have deep spiritual connections with people, with other people. Okay, this one might be the strongest one. Okay, but that's not a reason for you to hold on. You can still find soul nourishing love with other people. If the person that you have the spiritual tie with is like making you, sending you down a spiral, then who wants that? All right. What's going on? I'm using this new deck. It's not really a new deck. I just never used it on YouTube. This fairy deck. All right. What's going on with Leos for the second half of August? Too many cards. We have 2 of Swords popping out, though, in reverse. There's a breakthrough that needs to happen. All right, I feel like once you really focus on what it is that you want, you realize that they can't give it to you. Then you can just be like, all right, well, what is this twin flame thing anyway? You know, some people got caught up in the title and the connection that they didn't really consider, like, okay, what does this mean for me exactly? You know? There's probably a need to do that instead of getting wrapped up in the romanticized idea of it. You know, that definitely seems to be going around. It's not that, I'm not saying that it's not romantic. It is poetic, it's beautiful, but it's not a situation where it's just like, oh, you instantly get each other. No, that is probably the relationship that you have to put the most work into. You know, it's going to teach you a lot about yourself. Three of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the Emperor in reverse. There's a need to focus on doing you. What is your manifestation? What do you want to see in love? Because you can see it outside of this person. You can get it outside of this person. Okay? To be honest, it probably won't feel as potent spiritually. But it doesn't mean it won't feel more emotionally nourishing. It doesn't mean that it can't give you the human needs, you know, that you need. Or spiritual needs. Emotional needs. There's a need to be clear about that. I feel like you guys are stepping out of that confusion, though, which is great. You have the Emperor coming out in reverse. Aries energy here. Why is the Emperor in reverse? This is like potential. Yeah. See, and that's another thing. Some of you guys, you see what this person could be. You see what you guys can be. I think some of you guys, and don't get mad, some of you guys are seeing the potential in them, not realizing that they're looking at you and seeing potential in you and seeing that you're not fulfilling your potential either. So there's a need to be clear about that. Okay. More than likely, you guys are marrying each other as far as the potential is concerned. Okay. It does seem like this person with this Emperor, this masculine energy, this Emperor with the King of Wands energy, they're not putting in work to elevate. They're coming off a little bit complacent. They're coming off a little bit lazy as far as taking ownership of who they are and who they need to be. Now, you can't control whether they change or not, whether they decide to grow or not. They have a choice. Free will. They have free will. They have the ability to stay in king mode. And you could step into empress mode and then you'll meet another emperor. That's how that'll work. But you can't wait around and try to make them see the emperor within themselves. Easier said than done, I know. Having that level of clarity that comes with the twin flame connection, yeah, that could be a little bit torturous. But 6 of Swords here. You're being led to walk away. Walk away to get what it is that you want. What is your manifestation with the 3 of Wands? What are the results that you want to see? Go and get that elsewhere. You can find love elsewhere. This person was just potential. Take that horn as confirmation. It is not a guarantee that they'll reach their potential. Okay, and like I said, with the High Priestess, you guys were getting intuitive hits about this person. And that having that level of clarity can be confusing. Or it can be a little bit heart-wrenching. If you see what they're supposed to be, you probably had a vision of, you know, what you guys can do together, all that good stuff. This is coming out in the center of the reading here, the High Priestess. Okay. You're seeing clearly of what this connection is. You're seeing that it can give you a level. We have the unity card. You're seeing if you guys come into union, what type of connection you guys would have, what type of life you guys could build. Okay, you're seeing long-term energy with this person. You're seeing a potential of long-term energy with this person. And it's making you want to go to work. All this pentacle energy, what you need to focus on is not the potential, not the airy part of it, not the theory of who they could be, and focus on the real deal. This is pentacle energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles here. It's like because you got this intuitive hit, you're stuck on putting in work. A dragonfly just flew outside. I like to think of the dragonfly in the spirit animal deck. It's about truth transcending illusion. Okay, so right now you're falling into the illusion. You're falling into the airy energy of it. You need to focus on the practicality. You need to focus on what do you see right here, right now? Who is this person right here, right now? What is the reality of this person's personality right now? What can they give you right now? Okay, in a real life sense, not in a spiritual sense, not in a poetic, poetic sense, not in the astral plane, not telepathically. What are they actually doing? That there's a need for you to come down to reality, bring it back down to earth. Okay, I understand, but there's a need for you not to fly off in that fantasy too much, because it's stopping you from seeing the reality of who this person is right now. And you have to assume when you meet someone, Sun card, okay, the happiest card in the deck, you have to focus, and this is a solo happiness. You need to find your own happiness, okay? The thing about the twin flame energy is a push and pull, okay? If you're chasing them, they're going to keep running. If you finally find your own happiness and genuinely stop giving a fuck, not saying that they'll come back, but you'll have some type of spiritual or spiritual or emotional nourishment by way of love. Okay, it could balance that situation out. Okay, it may or may not. This person might stay where they are, and that's up to them. What you have to realize is who they are right now. If they never change, will you be okay with that? Or you need them to be that potential that you need them, that you see in them. Okay, that's a realistic way of bringing it down back to earth, thinking things through. Can I actually, would I be happy with who they are right now? No, then I don't need them right now. It doesn't matter what intuitive guidance I'm getting. Your intuition can tell you there's so much potential. There's so many people with potentials to love you. Okay, you just got, you got a real huge intuitive hit here with this person, but they're not the only one. Whether you feel like, whether this person's a twin flame or just a really strong soulmate, okay, it doesn't even matter. You get over the title. If they can't give you what you want, then you have to move on. And that's what you're being led to do. Intuitively. Intuitively, you're told this is a person. And now intuitively, you're told move on. So you're going to only listen to one part of your intuitive guidance? Come on. Tell me more about the High Priestess. Yeah, it's that intuition that's making you persevere. You have two choices here, right? This is about pushing through anyway. All right. This is about cracking the whip and disciplining this person, like putting some speed bumps on a situation. Whatever you're being intuitively guided to do is kind of having you split. When you should be saying like, okay, I will not accept this treatment. Because that's another thing. Whoever they are right now, King of Wands energy, this is not, they're kind of playful, right? They're not really, to be taken seriously right now. So if you accept them as they are right here, that's who they're going to be. Ultimately, you might be stunting their growth. If you don't crack the whip on a situation and you accept them for exactly where they are right now, even if it's not making you happy, that's what you're going to be dealing with. You have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. It's like you're dedicated to working towards it, but you need to be dedicated on you. Nine of Pentacles. This is about you, doing you. That energy of doing you, loving being solo, enjoying your singledom, dating around, having fun, learning and exploring yourself. You have some things that you have to work on too. That's why you guys are in a union. It's not just that person. You guys are both toxic for each other, whether they're admitting to it or not. The connection right now is just a toxic one. Okay, the combination of you two coming together is not completely aligned yet. All right? So it's going to take some time. You got some work to do as well. So focus on that. Once again, that choice. You have a choice to make here. Keep persevering until you wear them down and accept them for who they are so you could just be heartbroken. And keep chasing that potential that they never showed you. Or you say, look, I want better and I'm going to go and get better. I'm going to be better so I can attract better. And if you want to come with me, that's cool. Okay? That's a way to handle the twin flame dynamic. You don't do the work for them. You don't try to push them. Okay? You go and do you. You lead by example. Okay? Their energy will adjust. Or won't. And then they'll break the tie and that's it. Whatever the case is. However that plays out after that. Doesn't matter. You work on yourself. You do you. Twin flame, soulmate or not. You don't let them allow you to hold yourself back. Work on yourself. Alright. I think... Wait. We already had this talk. We already had this talk, Leo. Come on. Alright. Let's see what the blockage is. What's the blockage? What you're failing to see? I'm asking specifically for messages that can hit home because I feel like I already went through this with a pep talk about soulmates and twin flames. What is a blockage for Leo? Too many cards. What's a blockage? Wow. It's a lot of blockage. Star card at the bottom of the deck. Healing. You have some healing to do on your own. Like I said, that's what needs to be the focus. Yeah. Four of Winter. You're not taking a step. You got to take a breather. You got to take a breather to be introspective and look in. Some of you guys, you're pushing so hard for this because it's a great distraction from looking within. You can tell this twin flame that they're a piece of crap and that they need to do better, because it's easier to do that than to look within and work on your own healing. That's a tough one. Four of Swords. This is about taking a break to look within, rest, heal your wounds. There's a need to focus on your healing. You have your own personal healing to do outside of this person, just like they have some personal healing to do outside of you. You guys have to prep for each other. You have to prep to have a solid, healthy union. Not those types of unions where it's like, I just don't know what it is. I just can't get them out my system. But you guys argue all day and it's just toxic. But you'll never leave. Y'all argue to the day you die. Like, come on. Unless that's what you want. Queen of Pentacles. What are you bringing to the table? It's time to look in. Like you're talking about, you're trying to get this person to be better. You're trying to have them step into Emperor mode. Are you an Empress yet? Have you built your own kingdom? What are you bringing to the table? If they do come through as an Emperor, what are you bringing? Once you focus on you building your own kingdom, the power that it takes for you to do that, the person that you'll become when you become Queen of Pentacles energy, you'll no longer have conflict about this, about what you deserve. The reason why you're still going back and forth about this person is because you also don't know what you deserve yet. That's stemming from a need to heal some things. You would override the Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy. They wouldn't let a title allow them to accept any type of behavior. Okay, they wouldn't chase potential. This Queen of Pentacles energy is very grounded. This is earth energy. There's a need, like I said, to bring it back down to earth. What do you see right now? Be practical. Be realistic. What do you see right now? What do you need to feel loved? Can they give it to you? Then I'm out. Where can I get that? What I actually need. That stems from you taking time out to yourself with that Nine of Pentacles energy too, to enjoy getting to know who you are. All right, building yourself up, getting your healing done, being more practical and more grounded, wiser, stronger, so that you won't have any conflict when this person comes through with their nonsense. You could just nip it in the bud. Like, no, okay, come back to me in a few years when you're ready, you know? All right, what are they feeling to see? You have the Magician card here. That manifestation mode. That's what you're being pushed into. This power. The Magician has all the tools, the wisdom, the experience needed to manifest exactly what they want. 2222 just popped up. This person has not gotten into this mode, but you have to understand that neither have you, right? Okay. I just got to drive that point home because I do feel like this throwing rocks at a glass house energy, where you're putting this pressure on them where to get it together, where it's just like, wait, do you have it together? You have to be honest with yourself about that. Look in the mirror. Once again, that Nine of Pentacles energy, that need to get, this is single, fabulous, loving it, being secure in yourself, knowing how to nip things in a bud. Like, look, I know what I want. All right, if you can't bring it, then bye, you know. But that comes from being solid in your singledom, okay? Not just being single and waiting for someone to come around. This is actively being single and working on yourself, okay? Being single and working on your healing, not waiting for someone, but working on getting better while being single, making a singledom productive, okay? That's what this is about. So we have the Seven of Wands and a Chariot coming out in reverse. It's a lack of doing that. You don't realize what you have to bring to the table. Either that or you haven't built up enough to bring to the table, realistically speaking, okay? And you need to work on your own ambitions. You need to work on your own dreams. All right? That's what needs to happen. That's what the Nine of Pentacles... The Nine of Pentacles is also about using your own gifts and skills to create a luxurious life for yourself, where you're happy. You have your own social circle. You have your own thing going on. You're making sure that you're healed. Okay, you're not feeling you're not attracting toxic energy. You're not tolerating that. But also more so, you are solid and independent. This is a very independent energy. That independence, the work that's required for you to get to that independence, okay, that's what's gonna push you into Magician mode, Queen of Pentacles mode, put you in a more grounded energy where you don't accept the bullshit. That's the energy you need to get into. What's advice? Eight of Pentacles. You're putting in too much work into this connection. If you really stop to think about it, you'll be like, okay, is it worth my effort? What am I fighting for anyway? I'm fighting for potential. I'm not even fighting for something that I already saw they can be. I'm just fighting for potential. I'm fighting for the chance to get with this person and for them to may or may not be the person that I need them to be. That's what you're fighting for right now. All right? There's a little bit of tough love. Stop putting in that effort into potential. They didn't even show you that they could be that. They didn't even show you that they know to be that. They didn't even show you that they know who they are yet. So come on. Ten of Swords. It's just causing betrayal. Put an end to this cycle of pain. It's just causing pain at this point. It's like at this point, you're breaking your own heart. Because you're making promises that they're not promising you. You're making promises for them that they've never promised. They'll be like this one day. And it's like, no, they're not. Or they can. But that's not up to you to know. Or for you to force. What's the romance angels? What do the romance angels have to say? Deception. Someone's wearing a false mask. This person isn't... It could be smoke and mirrors. Some of you guys, you might feel like you have a twin flame and they're probably not. Okay, but even if they are a twin flame, it doesn't matter. They're just not. They're not the person. Their potential is smoke and mirrors right now. You deserve love. Look at that. This person might not be who they let off to be. All right. Separation. We talked about that in the beginning. Whether you're in a twin flame situation or not, there's a separation period that needs to happen, especially if it's a twin flame situation. Once you start seeing all this deception and all that BS happening here, back off. Go to your corner. Go date other people. Go enjoy your singlehood. Go build your own kingdom. Know what it means to enjoy who you are in a healed manner. Okay? Work on your healing. Because there's some type of healing that's making you feel like you deserve whatever they're bringing, right? Like I said, you have to work up to that Queen of Pentacles energy so you know that you deserve love and you're not taking anything less. Because if you were in that mentality, you wouldn't be still holding on to this energy. I know this is tough. But being that this conversation keeps coming up. It's every reading with the same person. All right. It's time to do you. Okay? All right. What's the power animal? Do you and begin your healing. Wow. So take it on home. Brown bear spirit. Take time out. Four of Swords energy. It's time to be introspective. It's time to rest. It's time to relax. Take a breather. Figure out what it is that you want. And realistically look at what they have to bring. And that can help you get over that hump and move on. And let them go. Separate. This person is a Decepticon right now. They're not really like... They're not forthright. Alright? Not right now. Not saying that they won't be. But that's, once again, that's potential. We're not talking about potential. Did that Dragonfly card just came up? I swear that Dragonfly card just came out. Yeah. Alright, see, look at that. Dragonfly spirit, as I mentioned earlier. Truth transcends delusion. Alright, so I don't know if you guys are seeing dragonflies, whatever the case is, it doesn't matter. I mentioned a dragonfly earlier, and now here we are, dragonfly. Alright, this person is wearing a false mask. They're not being completely forthright. Alright, with the fox spirit. Oh, that's why you need to take time out, so you can actually see the truth about who they are. It's like you got caught up in a fantasy of who they were. Alright, now it's time for you to be realistic. Have a more of a mature approach to how you're looking at this. The more sharper, more mature approach would be, who are they right now in front of me? Who's standing right in front of me? Not who they could be. All right. Now, fox spirit, think on your feet. This usually comes out when someone is kind of clever. Okay. This person can be a bit of a magician. Okay. But probably not using it in the best way. Okay. So just keep that in mind here. Think on your feet here. There's a need for you to be clever. There's a need for you to pay more attention to the words that they're saying. Okay, are they empty words? Are they living up to what they're saying? So on and so forth. All right, they might have a good knack for pulling the wool over someone's eyes. All right, so there's a need for you to pay more attention here, think things through, and then understand why you're so addicted to this energy. And then say F them, kick rocks, and go and express your own joy. Do you. Find your own social circle. Find your own love. Find your own happiness within yourself. Find your own healing, most importantly, so you know that you deserve the best love. All right, Leos. This was rough. All the readings were rough this go round. I hope this gave you the clarity you needed. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tarot and Heal. I do personal readings. Check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you to all the patrons so far. Thank you so much, and until we meet again, peace.